guys, it's time for another episode of This Is Not a Book, and it's been a really long time since I did the last episode. I think it's been like 6 months. The reason I've been neglecting this series is because honestly, I haven't gotten that many requests to do more This Is Not a Book videos. Usually when people really like a certain type of videos, they will let me know and be like, do more of these, do more of these, do more of these. But I don't really get a lot of requests for This Is Not a Book. I was considering discontinuing this series, but that's kind of sad. I don't want to just leave it behind. I do enjoy this book and I do have a lot of ideas for it still. Plus I'm really excited to do the final flip through when I compared this with my old This Is Not a Book. So for those reasons, I'm continuing it, but I will say it's not going to be the priority type video for my channel. This will be kind of a more rare video. Also, wait till the end of the video because I have something that I need your guys' help for. Okay, I'm talking too much, so let's get started into the episode so you guys can see what I will do today. And this is the page I'm gonna start with. The instructions are kind of long, so I'm just gonna kind of summarize them, but it says, this is a limited edition art piece. Execute an idea on each of these squares, sign and date each piece, cut them out, display them in public with a sign that says limited edition art pieces free, and check back to see if anybody takes them. You can also wear a badge that says artist and stand near the artwork. So you will notice pretty quickly that I'm just kind of ignoring these instructions and doing my own thing. I know some people get their panties in a twist when I don't follow the instructions exactly, but I am sorry. I'm not gonna go out in public and give away little scraps of paper to strangers. I just, no. That'd be really embarrassing. And if I'm not gonna have fun with a specific prompt, I'm just gonna change it because the point of these books is to have fun. The author even gives permission to do that in the beginning of the book, so I have no guilt in doing this. I turned all these little boxes into a little bakery, and I covered up the directions with a bakery sign, and I actually really like this page. I think it turned out really cute. Next is this page which says, this is an excerpt from another book. Pull a book off your bookshelf, open it to a random page, write the first sentence you see here. So the book I pulled off my bookshelf was 642 Things to Draw. I opened it up to a random page and I pointed to the words, a bulldog, which isn't technically a full sentence, but yes, this is kind of borderline cheating maybe because I didn't choose a novel type book, but she didn't specify, whatever. I've had this drawing prompt book forever and I've never used it, so at least now it's kind of indirectly getting some use. And this page had a big illustration of a book on it, and that's prime drawing space right there. So I covered it up with a drawing I did of a bulldog puppy specifically. And next is this page, which has a really long set of directions, so I'm just gonna read these as I do them on screen. So here we go. Get a writing utensil. Choose a starting point. Draw a straight line in any direction. Draw a curvy line in the opposite direction. Add a square. Color it in. From one of the corners of the square, draw a dotted line on a diagonal. At the end of the dotted line, draw a circle. Inside the circle, write the name of the last person you spoke to. From the circle, draw a line to one of the corners of the page. Fold the corner down and color it in. From that corner, draw a very fat line to the middle of the page. Draw the moon here, sign your name. And this is the final result. Wow, stunning. No, let's be real, what even is this? I couldn't just leave it like that, so I decided to add a bunch of meaningless crap around it to make it look better. Just a bunch of lines and shapes and words like stuff, things, pancake. Yeah, it's not my favorite page ever, but this is kind of one of those pages where it's yeah, what can you do? You really can't do that much with it, so considering the instructions, I think it turned out pretty well. Okay, next is, this is a network. Create an arrangement of intersecting lines going every which way. And you can kind of get a sneak peek of my drawing there because I forgot to film this bit in advance. So I started this page by drawing a face. I was actually going to make this super simple, but then somehow I ended up sitting there shading for like 30 minutes, I don't know. And it turned into this strange little person. I wanted it to look kind of quirky because that's kind of the style I was going for, I don't know. But it ended up looking like one of those little trolls, you know, the things with the hair, which is very fitting considering what I ended up doing to its head. And this is obviously where I'm creating the network of lines. Don't ask me what the story is with this person. I mean, is that hair? Is it a headdress? Is it an illness? I don't know, but it does look kind of cool. And next, the page that says, this is a plate, place your dinner here. So I did use it as a plate. I ate a really gourmet meal, a hot dog. And yes, I do eat hot dogs plain. I prefer to use the word pure. And then I proceeded to draw a sandwich, which seems to make no sense, but I can explain. I actually planned on eating a sandwich on the plate, but then when I went to make it, we only had one slice of bread, so I had to use a hot dog instead, but I had already drawn this sandwich, so I just kept it. And actually, this wasn't my dinner. It was more of a lunch, but you know, that's okay. Actually, in some areas they call lunch dinner. I think they do that in Canada, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a meal, and that's the important part. Okay, and finally, this is the page that I need you guys to help me with. It says, this is a form of communication. Write a message for someone here, give message to recipient, wait for response, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, so instead of doing this with somebody that I know, I'm actually gonna do this with you guys. But yeah, I just want you guys to leave me a comment and say whatever you want to say to me, or to my book, or to the world, whatever. As long as it's appropriate, I will try to include it, and just make sure that you say something like, this is for your TNAB, which is an abbreviation for this is not a book. You can write the whole thing if you have time for that. But I'm just saying, make sure that you make it clear that your comment is for my book specifically so that I know to include it. Otherwise, I probably won't. Next episode, I will collect as many of those comments as I can and include them on this page somehow. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!